Hi, Clint here, Crimson Landscape, here to talk about your outdoor living and landscape design. So the design I came up with was modern and practical, meets I think the needs of your family, as well as solves a few of the problems you have or you need to solve. Let me start with the concrete layout. So I did a layout that had a small ramp closer to the house, so it looks very purpose built. Very functional ramp. It's a slow slope or a meandering slope, so it's not very steep. And where the turf will meet the concrete here, and this is artificial turf, it'll just be a natural step down, one step with the slope right here. I did a sitting space right here just for the simple fact that the actual couch, love seat, or chairs would act kind of as a barrier between the ramp itself and the usable space. Then plants along the house here, again, as a natural barrier for the space. I did not put any steep slope or ramp out in this space for the simple fact that it made sense closer to the house, and I know some of the things we discussed about on site that just didn't make sense. All right, so you have an adult kind of sitting space here. Then we have a kitchen dining space here, then a fire pit space. So with the dining space, I went with a large universal concrete pad. We can reinforce the concrete so this can support a future kitchen. I positioned it in such a manner that there's a gap between the landscape bed and the kitchen, so people can walk down here or move down here as needed to get to this side of the yard. All right, now we can certainly take this out. So this would look like if I took the kitchen out, we didn't do the kitchen out, it would just be a universal concrete pad. You can put the table, chairs, sofa, however you see fit for this usable space. I added a fire pit option, which we certainly can delete. Fire pit, we can flip it around, have the chairs the other direction. You have a couple options of how you want to do that. Let me delete this real fast and let you see what it would look like without it. Yeah, there you go. Let me kind of pull the kitchen back a little bit and talk about it. Your typical kitchen is going to have, it's going to be a standard kitchen height. This one includes a grill, doors. We can do propane or natural gas, and this includes a refrigerator. I did it out of brick, but we could certainly do natural stone. I always do granite countertops. It's the best for outdoor space. Then this is bar height, which will support up to 4 chairs. I think this is 11 feet long. We certainly can shrink it a little bit. The minimum kitchen we install is generally 8 feet. Bar height's not required. We can delete this side of it if you just want the whole thing countertop height. Landscape along the house, we have hydrangeas. This is boxwoods, have a Nellie R. Stevens holly, have endless summer hydrangeas here, then some variegated liripe. Then, of course, there's a small gap here. The meter must be clear in front of it 3 feet per code, so we'll make sure this meets code. All right, let me turn this way, let you kind of see the space. Go up, lots of options with the kitchen. You know, we can get grills that are 24 inches wide up to 40 inches wide. We can get super fancy or super simple if you want to add a kitchen. All right, now for the pool itself, I did a concrete border around the pool. This gap from here to here is 3 feet 6 inches wide. Then of course you have the width of the coping. I did natural limestone coping. Skimmer, you can see, is right there. Then I did a really a max drainage turf, which is perfect around pools and for pets. I did a couple seating areas back here, one there and one there. Then I did gravel behind the pool. Advantages to turf, it's a little bit cheaper to install turf versus a concrete deck around pool, because if you do a concrete deck, you have to do something called mastic. With the turf, you don't have to do that. Also, if you have future repairs, your pool is a smidge older. If a pipe breaks in the future, you certainly can we can dig the turf up, do the repair, pack it back in, and reinstall the turf. So it's more cost effective in the long run if you have any pipe leaks. We certainly can do concrete. It's just in your instance, I thought turf was a good alternative material. Again, right here, there'd be a step down, but this would it'd be continuity materials, so it'd all run together nicely, and you really wouldn't tell a difference in elevation. Then I did turf in the gaps as well. Concrete border is 6 inches wide and 6 inches tall with footings so it doesn't crack. All right, I also did color changing light in the pool. Tile coping, of course, and plaster. You just got to pick those colors. Then along the house, you go planters. Let me do this. Hit a few buttons here, and I'll turn the lights on. There you go, there's the lights. So for security and illumination, I did lights along the house, lights on the side of the house. These are color changing lights. You just take your remote control up to the house, you hit a button, it changes colors. And for the lights themselves, 4 along the back, and I think I did 6 along the house. And again in the pool, there's a color changing light in the pool, which you just can't see it in this image. So let me go over here to the garage. Let me come right here. Let me make it daytime and let you see the space from here. So this is how it looks. We'll get in the weeds on the other part of the yard once we narrow down how the remainder of it should look. There you go. That's a good view right there of what you're looking at. Then let me go inside the house. And this is from your back window, which you see. All right, let me stop here. If you have any questions, please drop me an email, or we can jump on a Zoom call to talk about next steps. If you're first time seeing this video, you can check us out at crimsonlandscape.com.